Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning. Hi, Erin.
Hello.
We're
I
back
always
at
want to see
it.
who gets to it first. Who can say good morning
I do like a little
first?
1 second pause. Well, hello. How are you?
I am great. I just came off a little mini vacation. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I need a recap of the
I
weekend. I
thought,
mean, I saw on Instagram you got the golf cart
yeah.
stuck, but
Oh
how was
my.
everything else?
I thought about you the whole time. I was like, this vacation is so smooth. Everything is just, nobody's running. We were on time. Everything, like, and Curtis and I even said it on the way home. Like, that was so easy. I would do that again in a heartbeat.
The
But yeah,
airport wasn't
everything was
bad.
great. No, the
Good.
travel was great. We got there so early. Like, I mean, just the flight took off early too. But we just got
Mm-hmm.
there as the sun was rising, got on the flight, got off. We were at our hotel within 30 minutes. Um, just seeing all the family was so fun. I miss all my cousins, like I don't get to see them
Yeah.
very often. Shout out to my cousin Brendan. He's a huge fan. He was
Oh
like
my gosh,
popping
I
off
love
about,
that.
oh yeah, he was like talking about all of our episodes. And even when we weren't talking about it, he would throw a one-liner in that we would say. And I'm like, oh my God, why? He's like, I'm a true fan, Aaron. I'm a true fan.
That's
It was
awesome.
so cute. Yeah. And they're all like, I think in their 50s. And,
Mm-hmm.
we were all kind of discussing it this weekend, like how we're kind of getting old in what ways.
Yeah.
But it's funny when we're together, like I went golfing with a set of cousins on Saturday morning, and all
Mm-hmm.
of us were like, I don't know if our back can hold up. You know what I mean? Like all of us, we were exchanging like Advil on the golf course, stuff like that.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah, I was like, we are not old. We are not young. And
Yeah.
then just my cousin Brendan, we did it at my cousin Kevin's house, and he had a drum set. He had like a bass guitar. He had all the things. Like it was just so fun for the entertainment. But they were jamming. So like Kevin got on the drums, Brendan got on the bass, and they were like going like improving off of each other for so long. It was like watching two little kids just like in their element again. And Porter, it was them two and Porter just
Mm-hmm.
watching. And I was just like, this is something Porter would do if he had a cousin his age. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
was so cute because it doesn't matter how old you get. When you're around your cousin, you turn into that kid again. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
just to watch my cousins, like even though they're older, in their element when they're with each other. And we all decided to plan because we're all Filipino. We're
Uh-huh.
like some of us are Irish. Well, our parents are Irish and Filipino, and so we are going to go to the Philippines and visit where our grandma's from. So we're going to do a huge
I
cousins trip.
can't wait to see a whole
Yes.
documentary on that trip.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it is.
How
And when
fun.
I say my
Oh,
cousins are funny, like these guys are out of control funny. Like it is going to be so, and none of us look Filipino. So it's going to be so great to like watch us on our homeland and just not fit in at all. But it will be
so when
so fun. I just
this
can't
was
wait.
the first like how often does the whole family, your cousins and everybody get together for the holidays? Was this like
Yeah, we
kind
all
of
do
the first time?
Christmas.
Okay.
But
Oh,
like
good.
a lot
Okay.
of the Northern California people don't come down, and
Yeah.
but some of them do. But
Yeah.
we went to them this year, which was really nice because a lot of them live up north. We still have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
family in Texas. We just have family all over. So to get everybody
Yeah.
on the same date at the same time is hard. We always do it before Christmas, just so people can get there
I
before the
think that
holidays.
help. I was gonna say, and
Yeah,
I think that helps. I think that
yeah,
helps with travel. That's a
it
great
does.
idea.
Like most of Orange County family was up there, which was really cool. My aunts, uncles, my cousin flew in from Houston, or I think she flew in from the actual airport of Houston, but
Yeah.
just spending time with her. She's like my little cousin. She's like a little sister to
Yes.
me. She's a
Yeah.
huge fan. She went for a 5 mile run before we left, before we all got on our flights. And she's like, oh my God, I just listened to the episode with Michelle. And I'm like, you heard it before I did.
Did she just like abruptly stopped running right when it stopped recording? Because sorry,
The
everybody, I
treadmill
should have
just
put like
stopped
a
as if,
yeah.
like, as we did.
Again, we're professional, so I mean that's all you're gonna get here.
We are so good at
Yeah,
this. Oh my God, it's so funny. Anyways,
we're
I
we're
had a
doing this
great time.
all on our own. That is so awesome. I love that because with cousins too, no matter how much time passes, when you get together,
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure the memories that were talked about, the laughs, like
Yes.
I
Oh, and
love
my
that.
cousin did a slideshow. And so he had
No.
previous, like every time he comes down here, he'll hit us up or whatever. And he's like, "Hey, can I look at your photos, your old family photos?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So he like spent hours looking at our family photos, took a little bit from everybody's family and put us all together. It was, and like to see my grandparents again and to see my parents as kids,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
7 of them. And so just to see them all like as little kids. And then when I see their little kid pictures, I'm like, "Oh my God, that looks like Porter," you know what I mean? Or Autumn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all look very similar when as our parents did when they were little. And
Right.
yeah, it's fun. And then
That's
it's
so
funny because
awesome,
my
Erin.
kids were there, and so when they don't
Yeah.
know a lot of that family. So when we are all together, you could just tell they know we're family, and they know that
Mm-hmm.
they are family. So it was really cool.
And so tell me about like the food. I'm
They
all
ordered in Mexican,
oh,
so we got like tacos. It was really good.
I mean,
We
you
went
can
out to
never
dinner
go
up there
wrong.
too.
Tacos
Tacos
are
are it.
yeah, yep,
It's
that's the best
it's
thing.
everybody's love language. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although a
Oh,
vegan
that's
can't.
so awesome.
Poor Heather.
Oh wait, I
She's
know. Well,
got.
Heather had a lot of beans. Did she have a lot of
She
frijoles?
had um grilled vegetables like a fajitas, like a veggie fajitas.
Oh, okay. You know what? I was gonna text her. I swear every time I eat something plant based, I'm like, Heather would be proud. So I had
What'd you eat?
Chipotle. Well,
Oh
Chipotle
yeah,
over the weekend, but I
yeah.
did the veggie bowl. I
Mm-hmm.
usually do get chicken, but I mean, just again, sometimes I'm like, oh, I really don't
You're
feel
not
like
into it. Yeah,
meat. Yeah. So I had the veggie one and it was so good. And
yeah.
then last night, at Taco Bell, I got their Cantina bowl, but I got it
Mm-hmm.
veggie.
Oh yeah,
So it
yeah.
was
I've
like
had
the
that.
rice, the black beans,
Yep.
and it was really good. Again, because I just wasn't quite ready for chicken, but I'll be
Yes.
ready today for some protein. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh, it was really good. I always say it's so funny. I'm
They
all
have
Heather, you're
tofu
always on
at
my mind.
Chip. They have
Oh yeah, they have
tofu at
sofritas.
Chipotle. Yeah.
Yes,
Sofritas. Yes.
sofritas. But again, I was just like I got pinto beans. They were
Yeah.
delicious. Erin, I love that. I'm so excited for your
Yeah.
trip to the Philippines. That's so
Oh my
cool.
gosh, we're planning for 2027. We have a cousin that lives in Maui. So when we go, we'll stop in Maui for a night, cut the trip in half, and then we'll take off to the
I mean,
Philippines
hopefully
just so we can see the
by
town.
then, like the Broke Activities private jet will be able to fly you and the fam, you know? Just kidding. That is
I'm
so
just
cool.
planning on I'm excited to see how I plan a trip. I've been asking
Oh
I've
yeah.
been wanting to do this for a
Wait,
long
wait,
time.
hold
I
on.
got to plan Italy first, but
You
yeah.
put in charge?
Kind of.
You're in
I don't
charge
think
of
anybody else is going to
Oh,
step
I
up.
love that. We are gonna
Mhm.
let me help you. I mean, I really don't know
Mhm.
how, but I would love to experience that with you and be like,
We're going
what?
to figure it
Because
out.
there's probably so much stuff for you to do.
Oh,
Also,
so much. So much.
and when's the best season? That's a big question.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
when
cuz
do
it's hot
you
there.
go?
Yep. Yep.
The rest of the weekend? You came back yesterday?
Yeah,
Everything
it was
good?
cold up there. I mean, I was not mentally prepared for how cold it was. It was freezing, and we had golf, so I didn't
Really?
have I don't have golf gear for cold weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You
I was
said you
so
had
cold.
mostly skirts. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
remember
I
when you
was
were
in
leaving.
spandex and a jacket. So I was this is not working, and everybody, it was miserably cold, and we played like crap, and
Oh,
I got stuck. My dad got us stuck. It's just a shit show when our
that was
family's
so
together.
funny.
So
When
yeah.
it's too cold, like my bones hurt. Like I start like
Oh yeah.
twitching. That'd
Yeah.
be
And
no.
it's so foggy up north right now. I guess it's rare, but you can't see where your ball is. So it's just like you're just losing balls the whole time. I'm like, this is not great. But I cut out after 9. Curtis played with my cousins for 18. I was like, nope, we'll come back and pick you up. Goodbye.
Yeah, you're like, bye, have
Yes.
fun. I'm going in the
Yep.
warmth.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well,
That was my
my
weekend.
weekend again was quiet. Like I said, it
Hmm.
was really
Yeah.
nice.
Good. Yeah. Did you
I
do
I
nothing?
walked everywhere, watched movies, went and watched Five Nights at Freddy's. Highly recommend. There's going to be
That
a
was
third
good.
one. It
Oh,
was really good. A lot of jump scares. To me, it was scarier than the first
love
one.
that. Autumn loves that.
And It was nice. I went because I'm going back home today. My mom gets back today.
Yay.
So I went last night, went grocery shopping, cleaned my fridge at my place out, and just restocked it so I'm ready for the
Good.
week.
Yes.
With all my protein, snacks, stuff for my lunches. And then I weighed myself today
And
and I lost weight. I weigh okay, so last week I was 258. Shoot.
Mhm.
Didn't write it
Look
down.
it up.
Today
Look
I
it
was
up.
yeah, hold on, let me sorry, please hold everybody.
No, I
Let
want
me
to
Weight
know.
Watchers up.
I'm fully invested. By the way, I knew I was going to eat bad at my cousin's just because I didn't know what was on the menu. So I was like, I'm going to
Yeah.
like manage it however I can. But every other meal that I had out there, I stuck to my diet. Other than we had a
Heck
gluten-free
yes.
pizza, but other than that, like I stuck to my diet. I felt so good about how much I was controlled. So that was a win for me this weekend.
Hell yeah, girl. Okay, so December 8th, last week, I weighed in
Mhm.
at 258.5.
Mhm. Mhm.
Today, December 15th, I weighed in at 256.6. I lost 1.9.
Raylene. No, let's just say it's two. Raylene.
Let's just round it. Let me go back
I
to-
am dying.
Yeah.
How the hell are you
And-
doing this? It's just because of what you're eating? Did you work out at
And-
all this
well,
weekend?
So I was editing also. No, it was just the walks. I know. I said I was going to get 2 in. It was such a nice weekend. I walked though, like I did barely even use my car. Okay,
Good.
so even last night when Fred and I were going shopping, we had to go pick something up at a store. I had him drop me off because I had to get some ground beans at Starbucks. So I was like, "Hey, drop me off there, and I'll walk to the store."
Wow.
Yeah, and he's like, "No, I'll wait right here for you." I was like, "Nope, I'll meet you there." So I like totally
Good.
walked to the store after. So just
I'm
getting
telling
extra
you.
steps in.
I'm
I
telling
had
you.
Korean barbecue on Friday. Actually, everybody will see our cute little weekend reel. Korean barbecue Friday, and I stuck to one side of rice. I
Yep,
tracked
yep, yep, yep.
everything. I
Mhm.
ordered veggies to grill so everybody could have veggies. I had a lot of kimchi and then a little bit of like Korean barbecue and like a little bit of pork,
Love.
but tracked everything. So I mean,
I am so
guess
proud of you.
it's being accountable.
Yeah, just and being really intentional with what you're eating because I think
Mm-hmm.
we think it's not bad for us, but when you do it every day or you say yes to everything, I like to say yes to everything, and so when I
no,
don't,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, it makes a
it's easier to
difference.
say yes. So much easier.
Yeah,
Because yesterday before the movie, I was like, "Oh, I can get something to eat at the movie. Like I really don't feel like cooking right now. Like I'll just grab a bite there at the theater." And then I was sitting and I swear, Erin, that little voice in my head was
Mhm.
like, "Get your ass up." And I made my eggs. I had a piece of toast. I had like
Good.
I measured the cheese, sprinkled cheese, and then I was full at the theater and I just had my kids popcorn.
Yeah,
Perfect. And I tracked it.
Perfect. And
Yeah.
you know what's crazy about all of this is because same thing, when I was they have a continental breakfast at the place we were
Yeah.
at,
Oh,
and
I
they
love
had
continental
every option.
breakfast.
Yes, and you know when
What?
they make the waffles, how good it
Yeah,
smells. It's like,
I
it is
love.
so hard
That's
to
my
not go
favorite.
there. I know. And so I was like, nope, stick to the scrambled eggs. You get one
Yeah.
piece of sausage. You get to put
Yep.
like a little bit of cottage cheese if you want, and then a yogurt. Like
Yep.
that was it. That's all I had. And it was like that. Thank God it was like the non-fat yogurt. But anyway, so yeah, when I ate it, I was just like, it smells so good, but I'm like, no, stick to it because you're gonna eat bad tonight, you know? So
Right.
so then the next meal was like we went to Lazy Dogs, right? And I was like,
my
oh, I'll just get a
gosh.
Thai salad. I'll get a chicken salad. So I did, and
Mhm.
I asked for the dressing on the side. It was like it was hard to put down. There was like no flavor, no
Right.
nothing. But I did it, and I was just like, you know what? No, if I'm gonna eat bad tonight, I have to eat. I've got to stay on track till then, you know. And I did. And
Dang. Yeah.
but yeah, those
You
little
knew the end game.
choices.
I
Yes.
love it.
Yes, you have to just focus on what because I'm like, I want to see results. I'm so sick of complaining about it. So yeah, I feel like good job, Raylene. At least you're
No,
seeing
you
the
too,
results.
Aaron.
Yeah, no, I at least I don't really care about a scale so much, but I would love to see
Right.
the progress be done. But I'm
You
also
know what
like,
then? You should another way to kind of measure it is you
I
can
do
like have a
have
pair of
one.
jeans.
Yes, I think I
Okay.
do have one. Yeah, because right now everything's so
Yeah.
baggy.
Oh,
Nothing's
I
form
know.
fitting.
Yeah.
We don't do skinny jeans
I
anymore. So I'm like,
Let me tell
autumn
you,
wears my
I'm
jeans
loving
now.
this
So I'm like,
era.
I know. It could go bad real quick though if I wanted to. So I'm fitting in my baggy jeans now. This is great.
hmm
They're all
hmm
skinny. Yeah.
Once they start fitting
Um
tight, I'm like, what the heck? Yeah,
seriously. Uh yeah, I'm so proud of you,
that's
Raylene.
awesome.
Wow.
That's
That is so
proud of
impressive.
us. We
What
are
is that now
being
total? What is
conscious.
that? Where are you at total?
Oh, I started at, oh, I'll have the total tomorrow. I'll write it down.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to hear
Yeah,
that number. That is going to be
I know.
so big. That's
I'm
so
sure
proud of
there's
you.
somewhere on the app that they'll say the total, but I think I started at like 267 point something.
Wow. So you're almost
Yeah.
10 pounds down.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. That
In
is
a month and
that's like not
it's
a
like a
lot of
month and a
time
half.
either. Yeah,
Month and a
Raylene,
half. I know.
that's wild. I hear that people do
So
this and
that's
I'm like,
why,
that's cool. How do you do that? And it's like, yeah, you're in the long game. You're making small, healthy choices. It's those
yeah. Oh,
micro
but
choices.
you were in my head last night. You were my inner critic
Oh
where
no.
you were like, no, because I was editing the last episodes too, and it was like, okay, next weigh-in on Sunday. Don't eat anything that's high in sodium
Yeah. I was
to see
telling
how your
everybody about
weigh-in will
your
be.
ramen. Yeah, because
Oh my
all my
gosh, it's
cousins, we were all talking
nuts.
about it. And I was like, yeah, if you don't pay attention to it, I go, she just tracked her ramen that she likes to get. And it was like 25 points out of like, she only gets 30 something for the day.
It's
And they're
crazy.
like, oh my gosh. And I said, yeah, it's got to be, you just got to cut that out at that point. It's not even worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You
like,
know,
yeah,
you could
it's
eat
all
so much
ramen. No,
more
thank
food
you.
for,
Yeah.
yeah, for one
Oh,
meal. No.
I'd be like, we can go to a ramen place and that has sushi because that's what I'm gonna get. Like I can get
Yeah. Yeah.
sashimi or
Yeah.
something because
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Well,
Yeah.
Erin, let's jump into the topic.
Yes. So
We're gonna
basically,
discuss. Go for
yeah,
it.
just like boundaries during the holidays. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be fully stressed out. You don't have to overwhelm yourself or yeah, and things that drain you. It's okay to say no to during holidays too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I'm trying and I read like because I was just trying to come up with some examples and somebody said pick one thing that drains you every day and minimize it, you know what I mean, or try to
Mm-hmm.
cut or just absolutely say no to it. So
Mm-hmm.
if there's I know that there's like a lot of family functions. You can have tension with a couple of people at every family function if you need, I mean, if you do, and
Mm-hmm.
how to say no to those conversations or just like learning how to work the room around them, stuff like
Right.
that. Do you have any
My
examples of saying no during
boundaries
the holidays?
are well, yeah, and it's you know what, and whenever we do say no, nobody's even um they don't get defensive or anything. So
Right.
example, we have Christmas Eve at my sister-in-law Harriet's house, and we'll either do like a Secret Santa or White Elephant. And then
Mm-hmm.
this year's White Elephant, and then this year I think I was just like, no, Fred and I are out. If the
Mm-hmm.
kids want to, they can. So it's like whoever wants to participate, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like, okay, perfect. If you want to participate, bring a gift. If you don't, not
Mm-hmm.
even a problem. We'll be
Right.
mingling,
Love that.
and it just puts such an ease where it's like
Mm-hmm.
not another gift that I do have to buy because I really
Correct.
don't we don't need anything, so it's fun to do it, but at the same time I'm like, well, I'd rather just I'm spending time with everybody, and that's what I want to
Exactly.
do, and
That's
hang
what I
out
do.
and talk and just relax.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean that's one. Let's see. If something else
And
comes up,
just
like, and
like
if my weekend's busy,
even
I feel comfortable saying no. Yeah.
yeah, you're good at that. I'm not great at that, but yeah, so I do a lot during the holidays on
Yeah.
top of my
Well,
normal life.
but the kids too, like they're at that age, their social schedule
Yes.
is they've
Yeah.
got sports. I remember I mean,
Mhm.
when Alyssa was in sports too, it was like, well, this weekend we're gonna do this with her friends' parents, or that like there's
Yep.
always something going on. So I
Yeah.
get what stage you're at,
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
It is
And
the
it's for
stage
the
I'm in.
kids too. Like they want
Yeah.
to, and it's like they're building those memories with their friends also.
Right, right. Um So even like budget, okay, it's okay to say no
Mm-hmm.
because I had a problem with this until I married Curtis. I only had one kid
Great,
and I,
great. Yeah.
just went right. And we should go into this more often because you and I are really good about staying on a budget. I'm
We have our
okay.
budget.
Heather was making fun of me this weekend because the cart lady came around and all my cousins were taking shots, right? Because it was
Mm-hmm.
freezing. I, not that it was enticing at all, but I was like,
Yeah.
this might be the day because I'm so cold. Like if that warms me up, I don't care. But I didn't. Anyways, so everybody's taking shots, but I saw a coffee thing on the back of her cart and I said, "Oh, do you have coffee?" She goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "Oh, is it free?" Like, cause it looked like it was just like, oh, complimentary, And she
Yeah.
goes, "Oh no, it's not. It's $3.75 for a cup." And I said, "Oh no, I'm too cheap. Thank you though. I'll wait till I go to the hotel and get it for free." Heather looks
Oh
at me,
my
she goes,
gosh.
"You are the
You're all
cheapest person I've
freezing.
ever met." I'm like, "Can I just get a glass
Okay,
of hot
well,
water? That'd be great."
I would have got the coffee. And if you can you add a lemon? Thank you to the hot
Oh
water.
my God.
Is that free? Is lemon free? Okay, I would have got the coffee. And I never
I was
was
like,
like super budget before until you took me to Dave Ramsey because Fred was more like we're budgeting. I'm more
right,
like,
right.
okay, like we're making money so we can kind of,
Yeah,
spend it.
this is how you
Until
spend it. Yeah.
recently where it's like and doing a monthly budget, it's all no, this is what's coming
Yes.
in and this is
Yep.
exactly where it's going. But sorry,
Yep.
Aaron, continue.
Again, but being
The budget for
intentional
the
with your
holidays,
money. Yeah. And
Right.
Curtis will give us a limit and I'll say yes or no.
Mhm.
But per
Yeah.
kid, and it's funny because I asked Autumn the other day, I said, "What do you think your budget should be?" Like let them start thinking about it too. And she's like, "You're not going to like my answer." And I'm like, "Well, give it to me." And she's like, 500. I'm like, "Perfect." But I'm like, I was
Yeah.
like, because she thinks that's like, I was like, "You have no clue how much we spend on you." You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I want them realizing it's not just you in this game. I have nieces and nephews. I have all these people that I have to pay for. And I have all of your sports team has a
Right.
Secret Santa. All of your classrooms have Secret Santas, So it's like,
Right.
yeah, we're spending a lot during the holidays. Anyway, so
Yeah. The teachers, do you
learning
do
how to
teacher
put-
gifts too?
I don't know any of the teachers anymore because it's a new school. I have no clue.
Okay. Okay, perfect. See?
But I
Okay.
think they like some of the parents just like, "Oh, can you Venmo?" That's my dear. That's what I
Yep,
do.
love that.
I don't.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm not the person that's like the classroom mom at all. Anyways, but so even just saying no or giving yourself a limit, and if you want to use cash, just so you do stay in that limit, do the envelope method where it's like $500 per kid, or $300, 200, whatever your limit is, So, so you don't just spend all of your savings during Christmas. Like I can see how easy
Right.
that, and I used to do that before I met Curtis. Curtis was big on like, no, that is way too much money. And I'm like, but she wants it. And he's like, I don't care. So I could tell you this, my kid's least favorite place to receive gifts is my house. My parents and my sister's house is where it's at,
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But it's nice
Yeah,
because like
same.
I'll get their Christmas list and send it throughout the family. Like, hey, if everybody wants to get one thing on this list, we can narrow this list down a lot,
Right.
So anyways, yeah, being budget, saying no to like overspending, saying no to like overeating, even if you are going to be at
Yeah.
family functions or Christmas parties at work, track your stuff during the day. And then when you're there, you can have your little fun, but like, don't let it carry over into the entire day,
Yep.
What else? Yeah, and just like
That's
if
a
you do
great
have
point.
relationship issues within your family, just work the room around them. You don't need to like
Right.
put yourself in that situation. Maybe you might have an aunt that says, that grills you on what you're doing if you're not where you think you should be yet. Just say, I'm a work in progress. Thank you for asking. And then just keep it minimal. You don't need to
Yeah.
overshare. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody these holidays.
Right.
If you went through a big breakup or going through a divorce, you don't need to explain anything to anybody. You can just say, "Oh, it didn't work out." That's it.
Right.
I feel bad. I think there's a lot of pressure on people when you see family you haven't seen in a long time. You just like have to have all of the things so you can impress people or whatever.
know.
Not even impress, but just maybe feel like you fit in.
Yep.
I'm so thankful that my family does not give a shit. It's so nice to
Yep.
be around people. And I was telling Curtis this last night, like just being around my family again and watching how loving my family is on their kids. You know, like a lot of them have adult kids now, and they're still like hugging and holding their kids, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, my cousins love their kids. It's so cute. That's where I see how much we're related. I was like, how they love on my kids and they don't even know them, or how they love on, you know, it's just, you could tell the love is in the room. Like we got a lot of love as kids, you know,
Yeah.
and we're just so, I'm so lucky because, yeah, we get to pass that through the generations. But yeah, is there anything else that
Was
you
there
could
a
think
lot of
of that?
kids? Was there a lot of kids though, Porter and Autumn's age? Like, do your cousins have
Okay,
kids?
let
Was it
me.
just like a huge?
I'm going to say this because I think it's so funny. On our ride home, my cousin Amber has three kids. Two are in college and one is a senior in high school. The two older ones are girls and they're petite. They're very small. Okay. And Autumn on the way home was like, who were those two girls? And I said, oh, those were my cousin Amber's kids. And she said, oh yeah, I thought it was kind of like interesting that they didn't want to play with me, you know, because, and then I go, and my sister goes, you know, they're in college, right? And she goes, what? Because Autumn's like their size, and Autumn goes,
Oh
what?
my gosh.
And Autumn goes, I thought they were my age. They're Alyssa's
So
age. And I
she,
said,
yeah.
yeah. And she goes, hold on. She's like, okay, I was wondering why they didn't want to play with me. While, and Autumn's like all
Oh,
offended. Not, she wasn't really offended, but we were
right. But
dying. I was like
she's
crying.
like,
I was
now
laughing
it
so
makes,
hard.
yeah, she's like, now that makes sense
She's like,
because
and then
why
today,
wouldn't
she's
you
like,
want to play with me? Yeah.
yeah, she's like, I was just wondering, like, oh, okay, I guess they don't want to talk to me. And I was like, and she goes, no, it makes sense. They're Alyssa's age. And I'm like, yes. And she goes, and then last night, it was like been a day. Okay. We were at Target and she goes, so do you
Yeah.
think they can like even get into bars? Like she's still wondering how
So
they're
they
so
are
little.
seriously that petite?
Oh yeah. And they look young. Like their faces are young, you know? Oh
Oh
my God. I
man, what
was
a
crying. I
dream.
was laughing so hard. Yeah. She's like,
So
thank God. She's like,
Alyssa,
I bet you Porter doesn't know.
so is the youngest, I mean, not the youngest generation, but pretty much like Alyssa's age
Yes. Most of them are
with your
Alyssa's
cousin's
age.
kids. Got it. Okay.
Correct. I think I'm the one that has the youngest. I think I do. And then one of my cousins is a grandpa, so his son Tyler has two grandchildren. So yeah, so these are like the second cousins really. My
Got it.
first cousins are all, I think Lauren is my youngest of the cousins and
Hmm.
she's 30 something.
Isn't that crazy how fast time flies?
Yeah, when I was looking at the pictures, I was
It's
like, oh my gosh, that doesn't feel like that long ago, but that was.
wow.
Yeah.
That's so
But
cool.
I'm
That's
thankful that we have no
hilarious.
family drama in our family, but
Yeah.
some people don't have that, you know, so
Right.
it's not easy walking into a space where you're like, I'm going to get grilled, I'm going to get shunned, I'm going to get talked down to, whatever it is, I'm going to get made, whatever makes you feel a certain type of way, but you still want to have the kids experience a family Christmas, you know, so
Yeah.
you can't, you know, I definitely, you can put boundaries and say no to certain conversations,
And
but
it's very important too for your health, for how you feel. Protect your
yes,
space. Feel comfortable. Get used to
yes.
saying no. It really is okay. I mean,
It's so
it's
powerful and
yeah.
it's so necessary to like again, that's why we picked broke activities because you have to say no to so many things in order to stay disciplined and to stay on track and to set your goals and to accomplish your goals. People that are highly efficient that accomplish a lot, they say no to a lot. There's a common
Mhm.
thread between success and, you know, and you're finding so much success in your weight loss journey right now because
Mhm.
you say no to a lot. Anybody that makes it anywhere has said no to a lot. And I think
Mhm.
that's a huge takeaway. And you can do that through the holidays. You don't have to
Yep.
do splurging all the time.
And when you start saying no, you'll find people around you who feel uncomfortable when you say no, and then you're like, "Oh, okay, then you're not my type of people." I
Right.
have I everybody that surrounds me supports me. And so I'm like, it feels so good to be supportive and also with family, how I mentioned, participating in stuff. When you feel comfortable, it's such a weight lifted off your shoulder and
It is.
you feel so much better. So just
Yeah,
try to surround
100%.
yourself. Look for the signs for the people
And
that kind of not judgy, but they're like, "Oh no." It's like, "Yeah, no."
yeah. You'll
No.
feel that. Like we did an episode on what was it called when sober curious.
Yes.
Let's say you want to not drink at these functions too. I didn't, everybody was ordering alcohol at the dinner that we were at, and someone said, Aaron, do you not drink? And I said, no. And they're like, really? How long has that been? And I said, 11, almost 12 years. And they're like, oh my God, everybody had this crazy reaction. They're like, that is so cool. I've never gone that long. And I was like,
yeah, that I love that.
yeah, and it's not like,
just-
and it's funny because I'm like, I've been around you for how many years, and like, I think it's just funny that nobody ever notices, until I do bring non-alcoholic beer to like most functions
Yeah.
if I'm going to be walking around and stuff, and everybody's like, NA, that's so cool. And one of my cousins, the host, she cut back on drinking a lot, so she's like, I have a whole fridge of them in the backyard if you want, or in the fridge if you want one. So yeah, it's cool, and you end up finding a community that does the same thing you do once you say it.
exactly.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
protect yourself during the holidays. Boundaries.
yes,
I mean,
don't be
if you
afraid
have
to
any
say no
ways-
during the holidays.
yeah. And if you have like examples too, if you want to send them in, email us or
Yes.
message us. Or if you
Yes.
have any boundary examples or ways people can also protect their peace.
Yeah,
during
if
the
you have
holidays.
any,
Love to hear it.
if you're struggling with saying no, give us your example of where you're having trouble, and we would love to give you some advice. We want some tea. We need to hear back from people.
Yes.
Let us know.
Hi. Are
Let
you out
us
there?
know.
Hello. Hello. Perfect.
It's all Adele. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Any like final thoughts?
No. Enjoy the holidays, guys. It's here. Take it all in because it's going to go by so quickly. I hope everybody's staying on track on buying gifts so you don't run out
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah, I hope you're not
I'm
too
pretty
stressed out,
good.
people. Try to enjoy
Yeah,
it.
Curtis and I were talking about this last night when we were talking about all this. How low stress we feel these holidays. I was like, there's something about it, and we both were talking about it. We're like, this is so enjoyable. It just gets
Yep.
easier and easier. I think it's nice to have a partner like him too that helps a lot with this stuff. He
Yeah.
helps hold me accountable too. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Enjoy the holidays.
Until tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.